All right, welcome class. We're going to be working on the second writing assignment, and it's going to be a report on pros and cons. Just an update on what we're looking at. It is on page 103. So you would have to go to page 103, and it will tell you a model of what we are going to do. So, for example, it says, read the report on the pros and cons of homeschooling. And it can be inferred that the writer, so if we read this class, right, is the writer, is he for homeschooling, against homeschooling, wants parents to make their own decisions? So our assignment is going to be that you're going to read it, and as you can see, it gives you an introduction on this particular writing assignment, and it gives you by bullet point class some of the reasons why that homeschooling, that are pro homeschooling, right, and some of them that are against homeschooling. So we would have the pros, we would have the cons, right? And just for example, it says customize the curriculum and offer more individual attention, experiment with pedagogical methods different from those used in schools, enhance family relationships, right? So in that particular part of the writing assignment, they are giving you why they are pro homeschooling, right? And then if we continue looking down, some of the other things that they say, that they outperform their peers on achievement tests, do above average on measures of social and psychological development. So it gives you quite a few reasons why homeschooling would be a good idea. Now at the very bottom class, it tells you the cons or the negative aspects of homeschooling. So it says, for example, time, cost, effort, patience, right? For example, buying the newest teaching schools, computer equipment, and books can eat into a family budget. Organizing lessons, teaching, giving tests, and planning field trips are labor-intensive activities. So in this part, well, they are against it. They're cons, right? So at the very end, it gives you a conclusion to your writing assignment. So this is the model that you will be able to use for your own personal writing assignment, which is the pros and cons, right? So I want you to look at this information. Like, for example, what are the guidelines for good reports? It has a clear thesis and conclusion. So you have to be clear about what your position is, right? Some of the other things not include, actually it keeps the reader interested by avoiding repetition, right? So all of this you're going to find if you look at this particular model. Now remember, in class we were talking about pros and cons. You're going to find some of that information on Google Classroom, right? And well, let's go down here. Now, our assignment is going to be the following, class. Choose a topic that you discussed in 10B and write a report in about 280 words. So 280 words would be around this right here, right? Before, plan the main function of each list. Write down specific information for 3 to 5 bullet points. So 3 to 5 bullet points. We have 3 here. We have 4 here. Bullet points on your particular opinion, where you stand. Are you pro or are you con? Write 3 to 4 sections following the model in A, which is this one right here. Include a clear thesis and a conclusion. Remember the beginning and the conclusion, right? After, you don't have to worry about this. You're not going to report it out. You're not going to post it online. You're going to turn it into Google Classroom. All right. So class, what would be some of the topics that you could use? Well, we were talking about homeschooling in that particular unit, if you remember. So I was thinking since we have been living in a pandemic for over a year now, what would be a very good topic? And I thought, well, a good topic which would be similar to what we were reading in Unit 10 would be about the pros and cons of distance learning the way that we have been doing it, right? So what are the pros of, teaching, or I'm sorry, teaching and studying a class online, right? Just in my case as a teacher, I get up, right? And I go to my laptop here, and, I use my big screen here, and voila, I'm in class, right? And I'm here in my own personal office. I have the window open, and I'm here, right? I don't have to worry about gas. I don't have to worry about traffic. I don't have to worry about the elements if it's raining, etc., right? So that would be a pro. What would be a con of teaching online? Well, I could probably mention a lot of them, but the ones that just come to mind would be just the actual thing of not having my students with me. It's a very, very different scenario when you are teaching in front of a computer screen than teaching in front of live students. It's night and day, right? Also, the camaraderie that you get, going to school with other teachers and administrators, it's a whole different ballgame, guys. I mean, it's like, when you are here in your home, well, it is comfortable. You wake up, take a shower, come to your own personal office, and you start your day. At the end of the day, you just turn off your computer and you're already home, right? But there's an element that is missing when you are not in a classroom with your students. It had to be a complete learning process in order to get accustomed to it. So the topic class will be, what are the pros and cons of distance learning? What have you seen, right? For you, are you pro, or do you think that is the wave of the future, that maybe eventually it's just going to be distance learning regardless of a pandemic? Is it easier, right, for a student to attend class, via internet, via computer, laptop? What are the cons? Is it similar to what I said, that maybe you miss your friends, the camaraderie in class, or maybe having the teacher right there, and maybe you don't understand something. I don't know. So what you're going to do, again, is you're going to provide your list, and you're going to create a writing assignment to what we see here in page 103 in A. You can follow that model, right? And you're going to turn it in. Now we're going to go on vacation, so you're going to have plenty of time for this writing exercise. They do come for a grade, remember. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate and email me, and I will respond as soon as possible. So if you have any questions, you're going to see me in class before we go on vacation, and you can ask. But if not, send me an email. All right, guys, so this is going to be writing assignment number 2. I'm going to be posting writing assignment number 3 in the next few days, which will cover our vacation time, and you guys can work on it at your own pace. All right, guys, so this is it. I will see you in class. Have a nice day.